So Ethereals show up in the raid. We've seen now there's an Ethereal boss. We know there's going to be things with Locust Walker, the whole remake of the Void Elf Zone. There's a lot of Ethereals showing up over there. And even the Rogue armor set for the first raid is literally an Ethereal Rogue armor set.
Lay waste to this realm.
Paint, thank you for the follow, man. Welcome to our Scourge. So Ethereals are going to be very relevant coming up in the War Within, more so than I thought. I knew they'd show up in Midnight, but not the War Within. Let's see what Bellular has figured out here about Ethereals and the secret they might have.
Do you know who definitely lost? The Defenders of Karesh, which is actually our next topic. This is something that I think could be, it could be multiple things, right? This could be a part of the Midnight expansion. It could be a part
be our first
of
hint
this
at it,
expansion, though, as well.
Let me move my little
because
chart.
it could essentially serve to set up the stakes of 11.0's sort of like big plot line.
I think
but basically, we've seen loads of Ethereals. They are knocking all about the place, and a lot of them have got really cool models. And if you are a rogue, well, good
These
news.
fist weapons are going to be lootable off of this boss, and they are some of the best looking fist weapons I ever saw in the game.
Because the new rogue tier set basically looks like ethereal armor.
It's so
it is
good.
Super cool.
Also,
So good.
see these bad boys? These
yeah.
Void Spike fist
Yeah.
weapons? The boss drops those.
Yeah.
And
Those
they're part of a special
look
set.
so goddamn cool.
Indeed, indeed. So, actually,
Looks
let's say one
amazing.
thing. We're talking about Ethereals.
I've always loved
We
Ethereals.
don't really know who like Void Ethereals or what do you call it? Like Zeratul, yeah, big vibes. Who they're like aligned with,
Yeah.
and we still don't know
No.
because
we
this
can
is a raid
assume-
boss.
Yeah, I would say if you're looking at this raid boss model, he's definitely aligned. You know, I think he's aligned with the Void. You look at his voidy essence in the inside here, or his essence, whatever an Ethereal's made of. They're like a freaking powder inside a bunch of bandages. But he looks very purple, very much more voidy than a normal Ethereal would look. So he's probably aligned with the Void in some way.
See, it's weird. If they were with your boy Demencius, it would be interesting because he
destroyed
is
their
somewhat
planet.
responsible for them being Ethereals in the first place.
Yeah.
But that is a plot line that actually can work.
Yeah, so I will say something about so we haven't got an awful lot here, but this is I actually literally don't know who the other one is. I genuinely don't know. I haven't seen. Yo, 4 arms. Let's go. So
Yeah, that model, I guess he doesn't know. That's one of the new what's their name? The Nerubians. They have a new, like, more humanoid looking model. Evidently it's like happened as Zalatesh showed up and she's infused them more with Void. They've evolved more, and now there's like these humanoid looking Nerubians. And this one in particular is like a humanoid Nerubian that has Void infused hands and armor and shit. This is like a very voidy looking Nerubian. So this is also a boss in the next raid.
let's go. So that
Steady on,
is
steady on.
that is Nexus Princess Kesa, the 6th or 5th, I think 6th boss in Nerubar Palace, which is our
Prince.
first raid. Nexus Princess.
Princess.
Yeah, Nexus
We've
Princess.
seen
Kesa.
princes. We've seen princesses. We have not seen. I mean, who's the boss?
Well, you know, she's the Nexus Princess and she's defending Queen Ansarek.
Yeah, but
She's
what about
in there-
the Nexus Queen?
Yeah, she's in there under Queen Ansarek. She's part of the like Void. She's part of like the Nerubians forces.
Yeah. She's the leader of the Nerubian forces
Except
that we're going
for
to meet.
all of the hints in her boss abilities and everything that she's actually there to gain favor with Queen Ansarek and then kill her.
I agree, Azami.
Oh.
So this seems like an assassin hiding in their midst, and I could be reading into things a little bit.
Do we have her
Ah.
abilities here?
I will. You know what? I was going to show this later, but I actually we can get them. We can get them.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. Well,
Let me just make sure that worked.
oh man, look at this. It's
Yeah. Where are we loading? What are we loading into?
the Eastern Kingdoms.
Eastern
Apparently,
Kingdoms. Cool.
great. We're
Excellent.
going to the Badlands, everybody.
Excellent. Look at that. This was the death net I was.
Oh, I
testing on.
thought it was just a whip thing. No,
Yeah,
you're
no.
on Alpha in Stormwind.
Yeah. So actually, before I'll not get too distracted.
And in the most busy part of the
Okay,
alpha,
they're gonna
which,
show
of
the
course,
bo-
is
the boss
Stormwind
abilities.
training dummies, where everybody goes to test out class stuff.
Yeah, more
On that,
class.
actually, we'll talk about it later, I assume. But
Yeah.
a few more class changes than we maybe expected.
Way more than I expected. That's for sure. Feral has been gutted, and I hope it works. We'll talk about
Guess what'll be a video next week?
Yes, we'll talk about that. So this is, this is pretty
Nexus
much
Prince.
on the nose for lore, right? Kesa arrived at Nerebar Palace, quickly established herself as a confidant of Azeroth. However, rumors abound that she may harbor a dark and deadly secret, if
Oh.
discovered. And she's like an assassin, right? She assassinates everything. All of her abilities are based.
She's a
on
rogue-like
Look at
boss.
It's called Queen's Bane. I couldn't remember what it was.
A lethal
but
void poison, fit for royalty, inflicts damage, shadow over 1 second. Upon expiration, the void infection bursts. Okay, interesting.
I knew there was something in me go,
No.
she's there to kill the queen. That's
a
something
bit
special.
in the nose.
Yeah, that's something a little bit different.
Hello, my queen. I am here to serve you.
Oh, yes.
What's
stop.
your weapon called? Queen's Bane.
That's her poison, and her... and it's actually a lethal void poison fit for royalty. And then let's go down to stage 2, Starless Night, which sounds cool. She's got an ability called Regicide. I don't know if you know what Regicide means.
I don't know.
But it means exactly what you expect.
Oh, that's
It's
funny.
to kill royalty. And
You've hidden that one magnificently, Blizzard. Well done.
Oh, so
Yeah,
that's this
extremely well.
boss. Oh, I thought it was the other one. So that's the princess. Okay.
And
It's the ethereal
We'll have
looking
another
boss.
thing to talk about soon. Season 4 patch notes
Yeah.
just dropped.
oh, very
Man,
nice.
those fist
There's
weapons are so
Oh
badass.
man, that looks... Yeah.
So
I
good.
can't show you 2 of them because of reasons.
Ah, it is
Would be
very rare.
Yeah, and it also has a companion trinket.
Oh, it's a
So
very
Jim-
rare drop. Okay, wow, 593 item level. Wow.
So there you go.
He's looking
it's
at
a
normal
two-set
raid.
with that trinket.
Yep.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a two-set of the trinket and the
What
chime
does
does
it
damage.
do?
Your abilities have high chance to summon a phantom ethereal, dealing 94k damage over the target, more shadow damage to other enemies. If the target is below 35% health, this effect summons 2 additional phantoms. Wow, you're just summoning ethereals.
The chime has
Holy crap, that's a crazy
ability
trinket.
to do things. Basically procs her phantom assassins.
Okay, right. So
And
they play
then
off
with,
each other.
Yeah, and then with the weapon, it always does more.
Very
Always
nice.
does more.
So,
Very good.
if she is trying to assassinate the queen, that might change things up a bit because Xal'atath, from what we understand, harbinger of Dimensius. Okay, so
Yeah.
Xal'atath is doing stuff with the queen,
Right.
probably using the queen, obviously. So why would a void ethereal then be trying to mess up Xal'atath's plan?
Good question. Who knows?
Revenge.
Okay,
Because
So
how
what
is the
happened to their
Nexus Princess then technically kind of aligned with us theoretically, but she's also
Right.
trying to kill us, but also Ansarek, but also how's Locust Walker involved? Because he's only mentioned by name once.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the same theory as a Ridicron, right? I mean, he's not necessarily against us, but he's not aligned with us. He's just trying to kill the Titans. Like, we don't really like the Titans either. But he basically tells us, and he tells his sister, Viranath, he's like, stay out of my way. I'm not out to kill you guys. I don't give a shit about you. I personally don't care what happens to you. But if you get in my way, I'm going to have to kill you. I got a plan. I'm working with Xal'atath to make that plan happen. I know that she's not my friend, but, I have to use her. She is a means to my ends, and my ends is killing the Titans. Shit, this ethereal could be the same way, just using the relationship with Xal'atath, even though they know they can't trust her, they're going to use her to get to their ends.
That's by Jenna, who says, Locust Walker told us that Koresh sang before it got blown up.
that is our next topic. So that's our next
Yes.
topic, but also...
Locust Walker's
I
going to play a
assume
big
that
role.
means Locust Walker will be doing stuff in Darkheart or
Yep.
maybe in pre-patch. They've to Logos Rift. They've changed.
I
up
think
a few
so.
things. So yeah, right. Crash having a world soul. This is the thing that could actually lead to a patch zone. Could obviously we do not exactly know. There is another strong contender for a patch zone as well, based on data mining. But right, Koresh. It is another world. It is the world that the Ethereals used to live on. They no longer live there. And the reason why is Dimensius. So Dimensius is a big Void Lord, and you end up killing him in the Burning Crusade, but that's basically a tiny, tiny, tiny manifestation of Dimensius. It's not
Right.
like the full being at full power. So
Right.
what we learned from Locust Walker, or at least what Janus says we learned from Locust Walker, is that Koresh started to basically sing. Sort
Okay.
of, visions and stuff like a lot of the characters have been getting.
Yeah, I should say, to make that completely clear, the way it's described in the game is...
Koresh is their planet. Okay, it's like their world soul, and they started to hear their world soul talking to them before it was destroyed by Dimensius, right? So this call out, this like call for help was happening, but they, I guess, didn't realize it quick enough, and their planet was destroyed in the process. And so the same thing is happening to us now. Maybe that's what the Ethereals are trying to warn us, like, hey, we've been here before, and it didn't end well for us. So you better figure your shit out quick, or it's going to end the same way for you.
The Radiant Song.
The Radiant Song.
That's how they describe what like visions people are seeing
have
and
to check
hearing
it
and all
out.
that stuff. It is the voice of Azeroth is no longer talking to just a speaker, but kind of singing in people's dreams, and
Right.
you get kind of like stun locked for a second. I don't know if it'll like transition to a cutscene, but you do like when you fly into Sylphus, you do get like a debuff that stuns you and slows you down. You know I think it happened a few times in BFA with the Heart of Azeroth where you're all like, oh
Yeah.
That thing happened. So she basically they heard the Radiant Song and they heeded its warnings far too late, and then Dimensius showed up and ate the planet. So
Right.
Koresh, if they do what would be, I think, theoretically close to correct for good storytelling, we will at some point go to Koresh and experience, like, see what the corpse of a world looks like in some capacity.
I hope so. I hope we go to the ethereal planet and we actually get to see like either what happened or the remains of what has happened, because that is the future of Azeroth if we don't fix shit, right? Yeah, she doesn't need a speaker anymore. She's speaking directly to us. Exactly. Yeah, to all of her children. Yes. Yeah. We call ourselves her children. Yeah, could certainly. Yeah, she is speaking to all of us directly now, which is probably a sign that things are getting worse and the end times are upon us, right? That's probably what it all means. At least that's what the Ethereals are telling us.
Much in the same way we see Argus, but it'll be probably less scuffed or maybe more scuffed, either way, but purple instead of green.
Yes.
Right.
Maybe we'll
and of
see
course,
Illumina.
they were able to make it not just look like the Antoran
Maybe.
wastes in
As the Tauren referred
in
to.
Argus. Like you had Corcoon or whatever it was called, the main city that like looked quite.
Yeah,
Or no,
Corcoon.
Macari, that was it. Wait, no, it's been changed to Eredun or something. No,
Yeah.
Eredun's the language.
It's a language.
Yeah, it's because
it's not Macari anymore.
it was named after.
Well, if you remember too, in the Nighthold, there's that boss that shows us like a completely void enveloped planet, right? It's got the tentacles on it and everything was all purple. Maybe they were showing us the ethereal planet. That could be it. We still don't know, I think, what that planet was in that boss fight. But he definitely showed us a bunch of things, and one of them was a void, like a planet that had been completely enveloped by the void.
Jesse McCree, and we don't know why he's gone, but he is gone, and McCree in Overwatch got renamed because of it, so it's probably not a great thing. Anyhow, yeah, this could be a patch zone overall. I'd say pretty exciting, actually. Koresh is one of those places that I've been kind of keen on going to for
Yeah,
a long time.
I would love to go there.
Honestly, since we found out about Arcus, I thought, oh, what if we went to Koresh?
Yeah. So I see someone ask, so is this why Sargeras was killing planets? Yes, it was.
yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
the fun thing is, we know that as players. We know that because we've been fed lore, right? I don't know how much World of Warcraft characters know that.
Big
I don't-
Dave.
Yeah, like, I don't know if Khadgar turns around and
Right.
goes, why was, Sargeras was, the Void Lords were eating all the souls of the world souls of the planets, so, Sargeras was killing them all because he's a nihilist. I don't know if Khadgar would come out with that. I don't know if he'd actually.
It's true.
literally
He makes
knows
a
that.
good point. I don't know if the actual characters in the game, like the NPCs of the game, know this lore as to why Sargeras was on his burning crusade. I know that, we obviously know why. He saw what the Void had done to other planets, and he was like, all right, I got to just eliminate everything to stop this crazy Void from spreading everywhere. But I've never actually... Have we ever heard an NPC in game say that lore? I don't think so. They might figure that out in this expansion. They need to read the books. Yeah, right. Right, they need to get outside of the game
I
and read
It
some
like
would
books.
be a
the-
theory for him.
Yeah.
The character set up in all of Warcraft.
Pyro
had the
thinks he was
closest
dominated. Could be.
knowledge to the players, probably Medivh.
Could be.
And the last time we saw him, he flew off into a portal, basically saying, "I have more important shit to tend to. Hello, Khadgar. You're the Guardian. Good luck. Bye." And we haven't seen him since.
Right.
Yeah. So I really look forward to seeing, maybe this is their attempt to correct that part of we know so much more about the lore than they do. So it'll be interesting to see if they actually use Koresh to actually figure that out. See, Snag, never mind the characters or the players supposed to know all this lore without watching yours or Noble's channels.
Yeah, right.
It's difficult to
Some
get
of
all this
it'll
background.
matter,
Some of it,
won't.
it doesn't matter. And I think that's why going to Koresh is basically the solution to this problem.
Yeah.
Where they go
Morning,
to
baby
Koresh
G.
and everyone gets to go, what the fuck happened here? And then someone goes, well, this Void Lord showed up and became immensely more powerful, and something happened, and our world was destroyed, blah, blah, blah.
Right, yeah.
And then someone goes,
well, a Harbinger showed up and summoned a Void Lord, and it destroyed our planet. Sound familiar? Yeah, maybe.
Why? We need to figure this out. And then someone says,
Maybe.
shut up, nerd. We have to defend Azeroth.
Shut up.
And then everyone's like, fair. Yeah, we dig it. We dig it. I think that's it. I think that's
Yeah,
it's
I
cool
think it could be
stuff.
cool.
It's cool
Could be
stuff.
cool.
I look forward to it. I look forward to it very much. Like the fact that they're able to cook with the more voidy aesthetic, because I really loved the Void Elf hair charmer. And then
Yeah,
for them
it was
not
cool.
do anything with that aesthetic. For
That's
two
true.
expansions, like, dude, come on, please.
Yeah, no, it's good that's back.
But yeah.
Yeah, well, very interesting. The Ethereals showing up more and more lately it's not a mistake, that's for sure. It's by design. They're showing up for a reason, and Galactix is coming. Galactix is coming. I don't even know who that is. Cybertron, Unicron. I mean, look, some definitely some previous things have happened that are very similar to what's happening on Azeroth right now. Xal'atath's showing up. She's a Harbinger. What does a Harbinger do? Brings about something, summons something. What's she probably bringing? Something, a Void related, most likely a Void Lord. What do Void Lords do? It looks like they destroy planets. And who's been through this before? Ethereals. That's why they are the way they are. Ethereals don't actually originally look like the way they look right now. They basically used magic. Those bandages are holding their essence together, but they didn't used to be that way. Their essence is the way it is now because of whatever Demancius did to them and their planet. So that's our future. That's what we'll look like if things, play out the way the Void wants it to play out. And we'll have to see what what these warnings are from the Ethereals, why they're here, what they're going to tell us. A lot of this is going to play out in the next expansions, and I'm excited to find out.